Ja, ich bin's wieder. Okay, so neue Hörer. Mit meinem Let's Play von Ace Attorney Investigations Prosecutor's Past. Beim letzten Mal haben wir jetzt herausgefunden, um was für einen Fall es sich beim SFS 5 handelt, der vor 12 Jahren passiert sind und bei dem ziemlich viele Charaktere, die jetzt im jetzigen Fall auftreten, jetzt nochmal eine große Rolle spielen. Präsident Huang wurde damals entführt. Hauptverdächtige war Patricia Rowland und der zuständige Staatsanwalt war Blaze the Best. Und bei dieser Entführung wurde ein Journalist ermordet. Zur falschen Zeit am falschen Ort. Und jetzt untersuchen wir mal durch Kays kleine süße Maschine mal die Leiche und den Tatort. Jack Cameron was a freelance journalist. He was killed because he witnessed the president's kidnapping. The blood really stands out in the recreation. It's giving me the heebie-jeebies. Even in the original photo, it looks brutal enough. A lot of blood was spilled. The back of his head is covered in blood. That must be where all the blood spilled from. According to the autopsy report, he was struck in the back from the head with a brick. Indeed, it's like that the killer approached Mr. Cameron from behind. Is the victim holding something in his right hand? That's also written in the case files. It seems he was holding onto a button. A button? Did he tear it off the culprit's clothes? Okay, hat Dings gehalten. Interessant. So, und das muss dann die Mordwaffe sein. This is the brick that was used as the murder weapon. You can find bricks like these all over the garden. They must have used one of them as a weapon. Macht Sinn. The victim was carrying a camera. Oh, according to the case files, it seems he only managed to take a single photo. Here it is. This is... Isn't that the president? He's being held at gunpoint. This must be the scene the victim witnessed. Ja, wer ist dann diese Gestalt, die mit der Waffe bedroht? So the person in the coat must be the kidnapper. Indeed, it seems like some sort of disguise. If the logic of Agent Lang's father is correct, then this person should be Patricia Rowland. But was there only one photo? Perhaps he was killed before he could take any more. Ich gehe ja mal davon aus, dass da 2 Täter im Spiel war. Und dass bevor er halt noch mehr Fotos machen konnte, er halt von hinten von dem jeweiligen Komplizen des Waffenhalters, sag ich jetzt mal so, umgebracht wurde. Okay. I assume this is the victim's cell phone. That's right! Apparently Mr. Cameron gave his eyewitness testimony over the cell phone. What do you mean by over the cell phone? After Cameron found the president, it seems that he called his girlfriend. But she didn't answer the phone, so Cameron left a message on her answering machine. The tape is in the case files too. You want to hear it? Please. Hello, Jill. Are you asleep already? I'm in front of the facility now, but something's not right. President Huang is here of all places. What's more... crap! The light just went off! I can barely see a thing now. I can't believe it, but it almost looks like he's been kidnapped. I thought I'd let you know. What was that sound at the end? Ich würde mal sagen, in diesem Moment wurde er dann getötet. It seems he was attacked while he was still on the phone. Agent Lam, may I ask, what was the name of Mr. Cameron's beloved? Ich habe Jill gehört. Sag mir jetzt nicht. I'm pretty sure I heard her name was Jill Crane. Das Opfer von der 4. Episode. Wie alles einfach mal gut zusammenpasst. Alter. So it was true. Did you say Jill? This was why she was seeking revenge for 12 young years. The feelings and the items Miss Crane inherited from her beloved brought her to the auction. She had come to exact revenge on the conductor, Blaze. But Miss Crane tried to get revenge on Blaze, right? She may have wanted to get revenge on him for covering up the kidnapping case. Or perhaps she thought Blaze himself was the kidnapper. Nichtsdestotrotz. Letzten Endes sowohl Patricia als auch Blaze haben Dreck am Stecken, also egal wie man das sieht. Und sie werden ja jetzt zum Glück bestraft für das, was sie getan haben. Von daher. A yellow flower has fallen here. In the language of flowers, it means a stolen treasure. Okay, please stop making things up. Still, this flower seems to be of a different variety from the ones growing nearby. Well then, why is this in a place like this? This bothers me a little. We should examine the flower bed itself after this. I knew it! Someone must have stolen it from somewhere and brought it here! Okay. And in the language of flowers, this means an angry prosecutor. Okay. Aber jetzt, wo ich mir das gerade so angucke, diese Blume sieht doch verdächtig aus wie eine... ja, wie eine Löwenlilie. Na gut, lassen wir es mal. Dann schauen wir uns mal hier das Blumenbeet an. A flower bed. According to the data, this facility had 3 gardens. And each of these gardens contains 3 flower beds. The way these flower beds are lined up. Have I seen this arrangement somewhere before? Since it was during the winter, there were no flowers in bloom. What a shame. What's this yellow flower? Huh? Why is there a single flower here? That is a lion lily. It's a very rare type of lily. Did you say lion lily? That's the flower Miss Courtney gave to the president! What's it doing here? Could it be just a coincidence? Ein Zufall? Ich denke nicht! If I recall, the lion lily originates from Asia. In the language of flowers, it means the bond between parent and child. I never knew you were so familiar with flowers. That much is common sense. You're simply lacking in your studies, Miles Edgeworth. Aber danke für diese Zusatzinfo, Franziska. Das könnte noch mal nützlich sein. Na gut. Logik. Aber... Wait a second. Oh. Oh, ich glaube, ich verstehe. Oh, das ist jetzt was Großes. Perhaps this is the true nature of the monster's footprints. True nature? Compare the positions of the 3 footprints and the 3 flower beds on the left. Ha! The exposed areas of dirt matches the areas where the flower beds were. So Blaze dug holes in front of where each of the 3 flower beds used to be. Exactly. Now, why would he do such a thing? I believe we have a piece of evidence that tells us why. Why did Blaze dig holes in the ground near the flower beds? So, wo haben wir das denn? Hier stand das doch. Ja, da steht es auch. The report from Patricia Rowland to Blaze the Best. It said that something was laid to rest in front of the flower bed. So Blaze was following Miss Rowland's instructions to dig it up. But why would he dig up 3 holes? The report didn't state which of the 3 flower beds the item was in front of. Ah, so Blaze didn't know exactly where to dig. That's why he had to dig up all 3 spots. Most likely, yes. I'm sure Blaze himself was none too happy about that. He went through all that trouble. I wonder what he was trying to dig up. Sehr gute Frage. Mann. Aber gut, dann haben wir das schon mal. Oh, Bär. This bear-shaped igloo is both cute and scary at the same time. I hereby declare this a bear glue. It looks as though this igloo could fit 3 people inside. Yeah, I bet you could live up to 3 years in this bear glue. 3 years? What about the summertime? The igloo would melt. Mr. Edgeworth, say that again! Say that one more time! The igloo would melt. Tch. Oh man. Three flower beds and snow. Agent Blunt, what's the matter? Something strange. I wasn't able to read the SS5 incident case files until now, since Blaze had all access to that information restricted. Yeah, that's right. And yet, I feel like I've seen this exact scene somewhere before. What do you mean? Where did I see this? If I could just remember. He looks deep in thought. I should leave him alone for a while. Warum? Nein! Ich hab doch nicht umsonst angefangen mit ihm zu labern. Mann! After the SS5 incident, the president completely changed. Well, he must have felt like his trust had been betrayed. I guess it's only natural. He cut off all ties with the Lang clan, putting an end to our deep bond of trust. My old man wanted to at least apologize in some way. So he tried to go see the president more times than I can count. Of course, the president refused to meet with him. He wouldn't even give him the time of day. I don't know if it was from the bodyguards, but there were times we'd come back all beaten up. Me standing around talking about the past doesn't do jack, does it? I shall be the judge of that. For now, just keep telling us what you know. You're still as tactless as ever. Well, I figured you'd say as much. Naja. The fall of my old man was also the fall of the Lang clan. The family that failed to protect the president. That's what we became. My old man started to investigate the case like he was possessed. Could someone so driven by obsession truly conduct a proper investigation? Sheesh, you really don't pull your punches, Mr. Prosecutor. Don't think I blindly trusted in his investigation just because he's my old man. His investigation was meticulous, down to the last detail. Apparently, he even conducted a thorough interview with each and every kid at the orphanage. He interviewed every child. I wonder how fruitful his results were. Dass er auch noch jedes einzelne Kind befragt hat. Aber gut. Aber gut. Was machen wir denn jetzt? Ja, hier diese verbrannte Stelle. This pillar appears to be burned. According to the files, it seems... Entschuldigung. It seems there was a fire on the evening of the incident. A fire? Let's see here. Huh? It says that one of the children at the orphanage spilled kerosene and set it on fire as a prank. Scheiß Prankster! I guess that kid had far too much energy. And thanks to that, we can't make out any of the footprints near the main hall. Scheiß Prankster! Blödes Kitty. We've learned pretty much all that we can about the situation at the time of the murder. Oh, in that case, is there another scene you'd like to recreate? Yes, would you do us the honor? I would like you to recreate the scene when the victim witnessed the president's kidnapping. Right, I'll recreate the scene based on Mr. Cameron's photo. Oh. Jetzt geht's aber ab hier. Mr. Cameron is standing in the middle of the flower beds. And the president and his kidnapper are standing on the road. My old man based his initial investigation on this man's eyewitness testimony. As a result, it led him to believe that the kidnapping and this facility were related. And that's how he came to suspect the head of the orphanage, Patricia Rowland. Yeah. But in court, Blaze the Best treated his testimony as if it meant nothing. Why would he do that? The president and his kidnapper were not standing inside the orphanage grounds, so a connection between the orphanage and the kidnapping was difficult to prove. I see, it's not like they were seen inside the orphanage after all. Tch, no matter how much evidence the detectives gather at the crime scene, it doesn't mean squat if the prosecutor won't use it in court. Blaze the Best had some kind of connection with Patricia Rowland. I figured they had some kind of deal going on. In other words, you think that Blaze was one of the kidnappers? Das würde Sinn machen. However, your father was convinced that Patricia Rowland was the culprit. Your father was a highly capable investigator, I presume. Might he have had some other basis for his conclusion besides eyewitness testimony? Yeah, I figure he did, but I have no idea what it was. My old man never really talked much about this case. Agent Lang's father, Day Long Lang. President Huang's most trusted confidant. The truth he discovered was suppressed by Blaze the Best. First, we must find that hidden truth. Okay. Dann wollen wir noch mal gucken. Entschuldigung. Mann, was ist denn heute wieder los? Jetzt haben wir wieder etwas Logik. Wäre es, wenn wir das hier mal miteinander verbinden? If we suppose that Blaze was one of the kidnappers, it becomes more likely that what he dug up yesterday is connected to the abduction. Ah! But what is it? I figured it out! It was treasure! Treasure! Couldn't Blaze have dug up the ransom money? The $100 million ransom. Buried in the ground until the hit had died down? It's certainly possible. I know, right? Ah, immer nur wegen Geld. Na gut. Dann wollen wir uns mal hier diese Szene angucken. Ja, Schneemann macht hier schon die ganze Zeit irgendwie. About the snowman. When we recreated the scene where Mr. Cameron was killed, it had already melted. Its scalp was all soggy and one of its button's eyes was missing. Indeed, at this stage, it appears that most of its original form was still intact. Although there's one spot that looks unnatural lacking. Poor thing! I bet some naughty kid must plug it off. Although, from a beast's perspective, that kid does have some promise. Was it plucked off by one of the children at the orphanage? No. Perhaps it was taken by an entirely different person altogether. Ah, ich glaube, ich weiß. Das war ja hier so ein Knopf. Was, wenn hier... Was ist denn? Was, wenn es dieses Auge war? Dieser Knopf. The snowman. Wouldn't you say it's missing something? Ah, its right eye is missing! Precisely. And what's more, that missing eye happens to be in our possession. The button that Mr. Cameron was holding onto. It's got the exact design as the snowman's left eye. If we assume this button was indeed the snowman's eye, a huge contradiction arises. If this button is the snowman's eye, what contradiction arises? Dann wäre es der Fundort der Leiche. The victim was holding onto the button. Furthermore, the button was stained with blood. In other words, he grabbed the button after he was attacked. For example, if you were to picture it in this way. After being struck in the back of the head, Mr. Cameron lost his balance. As he was falling, he reached out his hand towards the nearby snowman. However, it could not support his weight, and he collapsed while still grasping the button. Huh? That means... Mr. Cameron was near the snowman when he was attacked? Indeed, at the very least, he must have been within arm's reach, however. It's quite clear that he would not have been able to reach it from this current position. But Mr. Cameron's footprints only lead towards the flower bed! Can we be certain that those footprints really are Mr. Cameron's? It seems we'll need to investigate them one more time. Understood! I'll recreate the time the body was discovered scene one more time. Okay, dann wieder switchen, ne? These footprints should match up with Mr. Cameron's shoes, right? Let's inspect them again. Ja, und das machen wir beim nächsten Mal. Hey, egal ob positiv oder negativ, Bewertung immer gern gesehen, das war's mal und wir sehen uns das nächste Mal wieder. Sehr geil!